Hi everyone, I'm so glad to be here with you today. I'm Nikki from the design team, and I'm going to take you through the construction of a 3D box die. This is in the new release, and it has so many uses. You could use it for a ton of things. It's very easy to put together. I'll make sure to include links to all of the products in the description, and make sure if you haven't done it yet that you hit the subscribe and like button for the Kat Scrappiness channel. This is what comes in the package when you get the 3D box die. You've got 3 pieces. These could be cut apart. I like keeping mine together because you're going to need all 3 most of the time. And then the top, I will call that like the back part of it. So I'm going to show you how it goes together. This might be the easiest box die I've ever put together. So you're going to be really impressed with how easy it is to use. So I've cut out the 4 pieces that come in this package, and I'm going to zoom and try to show you the embossed line. So you can see where I'm folding. That is an embossed folding line. So it's not cutting, it's this back piece shows you exactly where to fold, which is very nice. You could use a bone folder for this. You could just really do a good job with your fingers, and that's how it stands up. Then you have all these additional pieces, and each one has a scored line right here that is made for folding. So fold them all. It doesn't matter which direction you make that fold. It's just that you're going to sit it in like this. So we've got our pieces folded towards the back is the way that I did it. You could fold them the opposite way, but this way it fits perfectly, because if you fold all 3 pieces, they will line up on the front of this card and be the perfect height for it to fit inside the 2 side flaps. So here's how you can see that. You see that these, once they are stacked in there, just like this, they're the perfect height to fit on the front panel. So just really easy. Now to adhere these pieces, I feel like the best way to do this is with double-sided adhesive. And the reason being, glue is great, and I am primarily a glue user, but glue moves around on the paper, and that's good in a lot of things. But when you're constructing something that needs to be firm and it needs to stay perfectly in its place, versus when you're putting the rest of the pieces in there, it moves around, I think the double-sided adhesive is the way to go. You could use anything that fits on here. I used 2 1/8 inch pieces, which means I believe a 1/4 will fit. I just didn't have any, so I used these teeny tiny pieces. And then you can easily stick these in there and get them sealed where they need to be so that your box comes out perfectly on the base. And here's what I mean. I'm going to adhere this first piece in the corner. So I'm just stacking it against that corner. And with double-sided adhesive, see, I can press it down and it'll stay. Whereas if I was using glue here, I might get this a little bit off. So I start with my first piece in the corner, lining it up, and that will make it where all of these fit inside the front flaps. So second piece will go right next to it. Just line it up on that piece and line it up along the base of this so that this layer is more, it's like a stadium effect. So you get each layer is a little bit shorter, which gives you different levels that you can put your embellishments and your little characters on. It looks amazing. And now I'm down to my shortest level, and I'm just lining it up the same way, lining it right up with the front. It fits perfectly. If it doesn't and you messed your measurements up, just keep it even with the front of this. That's very easy to do. You have a smidge of wiggle room, but not much here. And then I'm going to press this down, and I'm going to show you how it fits in an envelope. So here it is. This is an A2 size envelope, and this box card just folds. You just press it down and it'll kind of fold to the side, and it fits perfectly in an A2 envelope as long as you don't go higher than your base. For mine, I wanted to use this 6x6 paper, and you can see this is a little bit bigger than 6 inches. So with that, you need to use a backing, and then I'm going to cut off at the score lines this area, and that will give me my backing. Now, as far as types of cardstock to use, I think any type of pattern paper would work great. I think keeping your base cardstock to an 80 pound is a good idea. I feel like my 100 and 110 pound cardstock doesn't fold as easily in the card. So I think keeping it a little lighter weight actually makes it fold easier and move easier. Now that I have this back panel in place, I'm going to use that same die and I'm going to cut from coordinating paper, which is so fun with these pattern papers. I'm going to use these polka dots and I'm going to use the die. You don't want to cut the whole piece out, you just want the edges. So I'm going to run it through twice and just cut those little edges like this. And then I can use those score lines again if I cut a little more than my edge and cut along that score line, and that will make my pieces for the side. I feel like this is pretty easy to do in any type of paper trimmer. Once I have this cut, you'll see that this fits perfectly on that inside flap. Then I'm going to make my stadium parts with the pattern paper, and I decided that I was going to use one of the add-ons to this. So I'm going to use the little, look how perfect that fits. Just glue it on, very easy. But I'm going to use the add-on that is called the grass add-on, and we're going to make the grass out of this pattern paper as well. Okay, so here's how the back looks with those two side panels glued on. So now we're ready to use these grass pieces. This is an add-on for the 3D box die, so it doesn't come with the original. You would need to buy this separately, but it looks so cute. And most of my scenes, I have grass or hills or something like that in them, and I'm gonna use the coordinating paper. It's gonna look so cute. Let me show you how I put it together. So I thought about mounting these pieces on a white piece and then gluing it in here, but it actually moves better with just the pattern paper. So I'm going to make these score lines extra deep by using my scoring tool, and that way I know it's bent the way it's supposed to, and I can add the double-sided adhesive to these flaps and put my card together. Since this is a new product, I want to make sure that you got it the first time. I'm going to show you how I put this together. Once again, I'm using the 1/8 inch double-sided adhesive, and I'm putting 2 strips on each of the folded tabs. I have pressed those folded tabs with my bone folder to make sure I've got a good crease in them. And then once I get all of this tape on, we're going to assemble the card. I'm going to show you how it moves using the Kat Scrappiness pattern paper. So I'm removing some adhesive and I'm going to put this right in the corner and fold my side piece onto it. Now I'm going to take this side off. I don't do both adhesives at the same time because I want to get a good fit on the first one, and then I want to make sure I've lined it up and press my side piece into this one. You can hold them there if you have any trouble with your adhesive, but we're going to do the same idea with the next 2 pieces. So this is the medium piece of grass, so you know we're making a stadium type thing, and I'm going to place this right next to the other one in the crease, line it up, press the side. Same with the other side. So as I place this last one, you'll see how this box looks. I'm going to show you it from above, and I'm going to show you once again how easy it is to get it in an envelope. So there it is. It's all put together. Now from above, here's what it looks like. You see these pieces. Sometimes you need to straighten out your pieces a little bit when you're putting your different little images on there. And then it folds perfectly to fit in an A2 envelope. I just love this die. Since this was about the box die, I'm not going to take you through the coloring of the little images. You do probably need some type of tweezers to help you do this, and I'm only putting glue on the places where this is sticking. And I like to reach behind the image and press it down, which you can easily do with this. And so I just put a turkey and some pumpkins that match my pumpkin paper. These little tweezers are nice because sometimes you can use those tweezers to, since they automatically grip, you can use those to hold your pieces on and make sure you got a good seal if you have trouble doing this with your fingers because it is a little tiny area. And then that's it for my card. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I had so much fun with this. I hope you will give this die a try. Make sure you go through the links in the description, and make sure if you haven't done it yet that you hit the like and subscribe on the Kat Scrappiness channel. Have a great day, guys. Bye.